Hello guys, welcome back to another cook on the channel and another one of our top 10 cooks. I believe this is number 9, so we're almost at the end of it. Again, this is a nice simple one today. I kind of find, and I'd love to know if any of you guys feel the same way, as the temperature gets hotter and the weather gets nicer, the less and less I want to cook, and especially the less and less I want to do really fussy, detailed cooks. I like the quick and easy ones most of the time, and whenever it's warm I 100% like them. So today we're doing the salt and pepper chicken loaded fries. I kind of twigged this morning, it's kind of a little bit like a spice bag. I'm not sure if you get those over in mainland, but definitely in Northern Ireland. Spice bag is something you get out of the Chinese with like a spiced chicken in it, peppers, onions, fries, and then you pair that up with like Chinese curry sauce. So we don't do the curry sauce today, but add it on by all means, and if you want to stick it into a bag and make it into a spice bag, all good. Now this one stems back from July 2023, so a couple of years ago now. The last time we did it on the Blackstone griddle. Today I'm going to do it on the Kamado Joe using the wok. So this is the carbon steel wok. If you haven't got one, I 100% recommend grabbing it. It was one of those things I got it and I kind of thought, right, do fried rice in it, maybe a stir fry in it, but I use it for loads of stuff. It's such a good size for cooking large quantities of stuff, so 100% have a look at it if you haven't got one. If you don't have one and you want to do this recipe, you can use a large skillet or you can use some form of griddle. So Kamado Joe do the full griddles for them. If you have one of those, by all means, but you want plenty of space to kind of move everything around. Now, as I said, this is a simple one to do. There isn't a lot of prep in it. It's really just cutting up these veggies and seasoning up the chicken. Then we're ready really to jump onto the barbecue and cook. So let's get that little bit of prep out of the way, and then we can go over to the Kamado and get on with the cook. Okay, so you can mix it up with whatever veggies you want. I'm going with red pepper, green pepper, and 1 onion. We're not dicing them down, we want to slice them into strips. So again, with your pepper, you can kind of take the top off it, get those seeds out of there. Just take it into quarters. Any really white bits, you can go ahead and remove them. Okay, then once you're like this, just go ahead and do them into thin strips. Again, size-wise, it kind of mimics what the fries are we're going to be adding to this. By all means, you can add more than 1 pepper, but I think 1 red and 1 green is probably enough. Stick that into your bowl. Same process with the red pepper. Okay, that's your peppers done. So onion, we're going to take the root off and the top. Go down in half now, make it a bit easier. Then we want to go lengthwise. We're going to cut this into, again, strips. We're not dicing it, so okay, and that'll all break up in the wok. I'm going to do a bowl with our peppers. That's all the veg prep. Now we just need to do the chicken, so we'll do it last on the board. So with our chicken, we have 4 chicken breasts. They aren't very big, but you can kind of tweak it about as and whatever you want for your family. We do want to cut it down into kind of little strips, I suppose, that'll cook quick in the wok. We don't want anything that's going to be too chunky. So we just kind of lift them out, just run the knife through them so they're nice, kind of evenly thin strips. Something like this should cook pretty fast in the wok. We're not going to be standing around for a long time. We want to get it coloured off nice and quick without overcooking it. And once you've it stripped up, you can just go back into the bowl with it that it came out of. We're going to season it in the bowl, hopefully to avoid making too much of a mess. So our seasonings for this one are the salt and pepper rub from the Smoky Carter. Same one I used on the original recipe, and we're keeping it the same for a reason. It is an absolutely phenomenal rub. Nice kind of Chinese inspired flavours in there. We just want to give everything a dusting. And kind of get them with our hands. Move it all around. Yeah, if we can, we want to give this kind of 20 minutes to kind of chill out a little bit with those flavourings on it. We can always add a little bit more in afterwards, but we definitely want to give it a little bit of time to marinate. Again, if it's sticking together a little bit, move it just to make sure everything is coated. Instantly, the minute you put it on, you kind of get that Chinese chicken smell from it. And believe it or not, that is our prep done. The only actual other thing we need are some fries. So the first time we done it, I did it with like just frozen crinkle cut chips. This time I'm doing it with like skin on French fries. You can really choose whatever you want. Some people give me jip for using crinkle cut fries the first time, but honestly, you can make homemade chips if you want, but they just don't work the same whenever you're kind of tossing them around in this. So we're kind of going fake away vibes with this one, and you ain't getting homemade chips in a fake away. So chuck this in the fridge for 20 minutes, let it chill out, and I will see you over at the KJ. Okay, over at the barbecue, I have it set up for direct heating. Not an awful lot of coal on the bottom, so it's setting about 200 with the dome closed, or 220-ish. The only thing we have in there is the accessory rack, and that kind of acts as the perfect kind of thing to rest your wok on. You can kind of move it around a little bit, but it's not it's held secure. In here, we're going to give it a minute or two just to heat up. I'm going to add a drizzle of chili oil, so it's going to give us some good heat along with the rub. Close that over. Obviously we can't shut it, but close it over, let it sit for just a minute or two, and then we'll get our chicken into it. Okay, so this is our marinated chicken we've had in the fridge. Just go ahead and drop that in. First off, give it a quick mix around just to coat it in that oil. Separate out all those pieces. This is one of the benefits of having a nice large wok. You have loads of surface area, you can kind of move it up around the sides. So it's not like you're cooking in a smaller skillet where it's all kind of, you know, down in the middle. So once we're like that, we'll let it sit for a little while. I'll go and get rid of my dirty plate. Right then, after a few minutes, so kind of sealed on one side, you can give it all a toss around. And always, no matter when you're tossing it around, you always want to flatten it all back out again, just to try and cook as evenly as possible. Okay, it hasn't took very long at all. Chicken has a decent colour on it, and I think we should be pretty much there. Just want to check it. Haven't seen these yet. You check them out. The Tomato Joe Thermopen collabs, so good. But if we check sort of one or two of the slightly thicker pieces, this all has to go back in anyway, so we don't need to panic too much. But they're all sitting 76, 75. So I think we're pretty good. We can get that lifted out now. So washed my original bowl. I'll go ahead and get that lifted out and come back in with our veggies that we've prepped before and get them straight in. They're going to kind of pick up any flavour that's left behind from the chicken. We'll also add in just another kind of half teaspoon of our rub. We'll go in with about a clove of chopped garlic. I'm using the lazy stuff, but you can chop the fresh stuff up if you want. And one more tiny little drizzle of our chili oil. All we have to do is go until those are nice and soft, and then we can start bringing everything together. At this point, I have the fries already done. So I've done one of those kilo bags of like skin-on French fries. But again, just use whatever you want. We'll let those go soften away for a few minutes, and then we can start adding everything back in again. At this point, veggies are nice and soft. I've added in like a splash of water just to kind of deglaze a lot of the flavour off the bottom of that pan, because I don't want it to go to waste. I don't want it just to burn onto the wok. So it's kind of coated the veggies a bit. Now we're going to go in with our fries. So like I say, I have about a kilo cooked off here. And then we want to get those mixed through the veggies. Kind of start to coat them in that flavour. Last thing to go back in is all our chicken. Make sure and catch any drippings as well, get them in there. I'll kind of soak into the fries, give them all their flavour. At this point, you just want to give everything a mix together, spread it out across the wok, and just give it all a chance to kind of mingle, get to know each other. Personally, I'm going to go in with that one last little dusting of our rub. Not too much, just as if you're seasoning it with salt, just to make sure those fries get a little touch of it. And once that's had a few minutes to kind of warm everything back through again, time to lift it off and have a taste. Right, I'm not sure that cook could really have got any easier. I'm pretty sure you probably have everything you need in your fridge to probably make this right now. There really isn't a lot to it, but it is so tasty. Well, at least it was the last time. Let's see if we've done it justice this time. Grab a bit of chicken, pepper. Yeah, that's good. The heat is just about right. The last time I did this, I think I went a little bit overboard with the chili oil. It was definitely a good kick off at this time, but not overpowering at all. And now that I've tasted it, a good Chinese curry sauce will go pretty well with it. So I will leave a link in the description for the smoky carter rub. I'll also leave a link for the Kamado Joe thermopen so you can check it out too. And all the other bits and pieces, the original video as well, if you want to see how to do it on the Blackstone or on a griddle style barbecue. But it definitely worked really well in the wok. I was kind of surprised, pleasantly so. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys in the next video.